So this past week I felt a little bit of love, I felt anger, I felt sorrow, but more than anything else, I felt disappointment. I felt disappointment because we have cities all across America on fire, people being, their businesses and livelihoods being looted. We have elderly people being attacked in the middle of the streets. You have all this stuff going on in the name of defeating racism. Defeating racism, like that's even a feasible task. Not only is the idea, the goal of eliminating racism impossible, but it is also a distraction, and I'm gonna tell you why. So first off, I need you to understand that eliminating racism altogether is literally impossible, okay? Until you have one master race of people due to a crap load of interracial sex, you're not gonna get rid of racism because you're going to have different races and you're gonna have bad people in the world that are within those different races. Do you understand? Like, it's not going anywhere. In times of crisis, people are naturally attracted to each other because of one of three things. They either they group together because they share the same values, they group together because they share the same ethics, or they group together because they share the same race. That's natural. There's nothing you can do to change that. And like look within the prison system and see how people naturally gravitate towards each other. There's nothing you can do to change that. And you trying to change that is only a distraction from what you actually should be doing. So check it out. When you take your eye off the prize and instead start trying to defeat racism, when you try to defeat racism, like you could do that, that's the same thing as you going outside and trying to punch at fog. Fog came into your valley or wherever you live and you're trying to punch it away. You're trying to shoot the fog away. You're trying to loot the fog away. You're trying to scream at it and make it go away. But the thing about fog and racism, they both occasionally show their ugly heads. But the thing about fog is that it blinds you from your actual target. It blinds you from the thing that you actually need to be paying attention to. Instead of attacking racism, why aren't you paying attention to the racist individuals that did this crap in the first place? Why aren't you? No one here is thinking critically, and it's breaking my freaking heart. It is breaking my heart. It's the same, like imagine how crazy it would look if you saw somebody outside trying to punch at the fog and trying to make the fog go away just by screaming at it. That's not possible. You can't coerce the fog into doing what you want to do. That fog can blind you though. And from what I see from America, so many people are blinded from what's actually going on. It's just annoying because we finally had it. We finally had one instance where everyone in the world sees that this one particular incident was extremely unjust. Anybody with a heart and a brain could tell you that, hey, this guy's nailing on this man's neck. He died. That's not right. And instead of everybody keeping their eye on the prize by rioting, by looting, by tearing our own communities apart, we take away momentum from the message. We take momentum away from the original message. And so people that were on the fence on if they really wanted to care about this situation or not, they're not going to be on our side now. Because if they have a choice between caring about George Floyd, a guy who they didn't know 3 weeks ago they had no idea who this guy was, but they see that he was killed unjustly. If they have a choice between caring about that man and they have a choice between caring about their store that you just burned down or their job that you just took away from them, what do you think the average person is going to care about? Exactly. By being indirect and unorganized, you've taken momentum away from the message. And then what's even worse, all 4 officers have been arrested now. But now certain members of the black community think that the answer to anything they don't see as justice is rioting and looting and burning shit down the streets. When you really have to think ahead and ask yourself, do you really think that everybody else in the world is gonna be okay with that? Are you really gonna be able to get away with throwing a temper tantrum every single time you see something that doesn't fit with the culture? You think that other people will not prepare themselves in some way or somehow for that? Come on now. Come on. It's so you'll become easy to manipulate that way. And I don't think people are seeing that. Now that one injustice is overshadowed by crime, hate, and division. You need to keep your eye on the prize. If anything, you need to put pressure on the judges in that district. You're over here tearing down Target. You're over here looting these Louis Vuitton stores and stuff like that. But is anybody putting any pressure on the judges in that district or their homes or anything like that? I'm not talking about go riot and loot their homes. I'm saying, are you protesting in front of places like that? Are you protesting in front of people that can actually change things? Or are you just protesting in front of somebody that you deem as the racist enemy because you've been told from higher that they are the racist enemy? I need you guys to think critically. Man, it just breaks my heart. I just feel so alone. I feel very alone sometimes until I do come to YouTube. I feel alone until I come to YouTube. So I'll tell you what, if you watch these videos, I thank you. If you like these videos, I thank you. We will be the light that pierces through the fog. We're gonna see things for what they are. We're gonna remember to think critically, because it's literally the most powerful weapon that we have is to think critically as human beings, and we're just letting it go. We're not even using the most important tool in our toolbox. Like I said, we will be the light that pierces through the fog and makes this world a better place. Do not let anyone or anything change your character. Don't let them do it. If you haven't noticed, Evolve with Otoki is taking a new turn. This channel is going to be about the masculine man evolving in today's very feminized world. Don't lose your edge, don't lose your way. This channel will provide direction. Until next time, peace.